I stole $200 million, did 22 months. Hollywood made a movie. People still cheer for me at airports. $1 billion in stocks from a strip mall. Flickering lights, broken air conditioning. Almost got away with it. Good salesman, bad rules. The rules lose. Not forever, but for a very long time. People still cheer. After you hear the whole thing, you might too. That says more about you than me. Let's go back. Queens, 1962. My parents were accountants, nice people, very boring, zero criminal tendencies. I was clearly adopted, spiritually. 16 years old, $20,000 in one summer, selling ice. Other kids bought Nikes. I studied margins.
This is the wrong place to get rich.
Dental school, day one. Dean said, wrong place to get rich. I nodded and left. He was right, by the way.
Meet, door to door, $100,000 a month, then the invoices, then the spoiled inventory, then bankruptcy, very fast. In the wreckage, I had a realization. Look, the product never mattered. Steaks, surfboards, stocks, what pays the most? Same pitch, 10 times the commission. Answer, Wall Street. So I went to Wall Street. Real Wall Street firm, suits, quotas, and this was the 80s. The bathroom stalls, not endorsing, just context. Here's what they taught me. Make a scared retiree feel like the smartest man in the room. 3 minutes, 3% of everything, an education. Black Monday, market crashed, fired, 10 a.m. Look, Hugh, most people were devastated. I was annoyed. There's a difference. Penny stocks, unregulated, garbage, 50% commissions, same pitch, 10 times the reward. Hello? Some guy in Nebraska, company that barely existed. He bought $4,000 worth. 7 minutes, I found my calling. You don't sell the stock, you sell the beach house. Nobody ever called from the beach house, but they always picked up the phone. Danny, college dropout, Long Island. Charm of a used car salesman, instincts of a golden retriever. Together get dangerous. We shook hands. 2 guys. Nothing but confidence and questionable ethics. What could go wrong? Stratton Oakmont. Sounded like 200 years of history. It was a strip mall. Zero oversight. The name was doing all the work. No analysts, bartenders, dropouts, hustlers. Experience makes people ask questions. I needed closers. Office motto, don't hang up until they buy or die. Sales philosophy, not a literal instruction, mostly. Buy cheap stock, 500 brokers, hype machine, spike the price, dump everything. We called it Tuesday. Helicopter, yacht named after my wife, 3 Ferraris. Once left a Bentley at the airport, forgot I drove it. $1,400 parking ticket, didn't pay it. We targeted the people Wall Street ignored. Retirees, veterans, parents. Sold them hope and false certainty. That was the actual product. The parties. Look at enthusiastic team building events. The compliance manual was not used for compliance. I'll leave it there. The SEC flagged us. $2.5 million settlement. Banned from running the firm, so I ran it from the parking lot. Technically compliant. FBI wasn't after the stocks. They wanted the money, including the housekeeper who smuggled cash sewn into her bra. I called it asset protection. Banned from the office. Set up a table outside. Results were largely the same. The commute improved. I messed up. That was the moment. I understood what I had become. Kept going anyway. I can't explain that part. Captain said don't sail. I was high. Believed nothing could touch me. The Mediterranean disagreed. Italian Navy rescued us. My judgment did not return. My own people turned. They wore wires, recorded everything, handed over folders. Loyalty has a price. Mine was a missed bonus.
October 1996. Early morning. Someone flushed documents. Someone tried to walk out with shredded contracts. FBI had seen both before.
December 1996. Expelled permanently. One of the most disreputable firms in securities history. We framed the press release. 46 counts. Securities fraud, money laundering, up to 30 years. 36 years old. Most of the money gone. So I sold again. Not stocks this time. People. 30 handed to the government. Some served more time than I did. I try not to think about that. 4 years sentence, 22 months served, no fences, no armed guards, tennis, weights. I call it a very strict country club. My victims call it a national disgrace. Both accurate. In there, I met a comedian doing time for selling bongs online. Told him everything. He wasn't horrified, entertained. Write it down, he said.
Evenings, writing the fraud memoir. Mornings, tennis. Afternoons, weights. Insane way to reflect on your crimes. Also, femme, effective. 2007, the memoir. More victory lap than confession. No apologies, no remorse. The public loved it. I knew they would.
December 2013, film opened worldwide. 3 hours of my crimes, entertainment. The people I defrauded bought tickets, gave it 4 stars. I genuinely cannot explain this.
The people I stole from saw the film differently. A teacher, a veteran, a family that remortgaged their home. I don't have a joke for this one.
$110 million owed on 1,513 people. $12 million paid. 11 cents on the dollar. My lawyers are working on it. They've been working on it since 2003.
I am now a motivational speaker. I teach sales ethics. I sell the exact method I developed to manipulate people into bad stocks. Now it costs $1,997. Comes with a certificate. That context is not in the course materials.
Still cheering. Airports. Restaurants. I stole $200 million. The culture made me a character. Not my doing. Also, not stopping me.
When someone asks about the victims, I say I'm working on the restitution and change the subject. Works about 90% of the time. New documentary. 15,000 government documents. Employees who never talked before. I was not consulted. I'm calling it a creative decision.
I know exactly what I did. I know who I hurt. I know the gap. What I haven't figured out, Sake, is what to do with knowing.
Some of my brokers are still paying. One served 6 years. Another lost his license permanently. All 3 faced more than I did.
Here's the thing about this country. We love a comeback more than I hate the crime. The narrative beats the accounting. Every time. I didn't invent this.
I was greedy. So is everybody. The difference, I got caught. And getting caught made me more famous than the money ever would have. A teacher, a veteran, a family that remortgaged their home, still waiting. I have a speaking tour booked through 2026. Both facts exist simultaneously. The funniest part, and I know it isn't, I'm more famous for the crimes than I would have been for the money. I robbed the wrong thing. Should have written the book first. If I could do it differently. I know the sellable answer. The honest answer is more complicated. I've always known the difference. Some habits don't break.
Here's the question I never answer cleanly. Are they cheering for who I became, Sid, or what I did? And in this country right now is saying, are those different?
1,513 people still waiting. 22 months was the price. $12 million of $110 million paid. The phone never stopped ringing. They still cheer. And I genuinely still don't know why. Do you? Would you have picked up the phone?